Yussuf Ayami, team leader at Family Development Initiatives. It's an Islamic-oriented, faith-based organization that is working around 4 thematic areas: integrated health, governance and social accountability, climate change resilience, and rural enterprise development. With regard to my participation in this very wonderful workshop where we were dialoguing with civil society organizations around civil society work in general, my impressions are that this has been a phenomenal workshop. Normally when we meet in such a manner, civil society, we meet, around particular, thematic areas or sectors, or to discuss particular projects. But this was a platform where we were not talking about any particular sector or theme, in particular. But basically it was a platform for us to just talk about civil society, the work of civil society, its mandate, and the challenges that civil society face. But apart from that, just having fellow EDs, because that was the criteria for attending the meeting. It's like you needed to be an ED, and so everybody that participated in the workshop in the past 5 days was an ED. It was very important in terms of just bouncing off ideas with your fellow EDs, understanding their anxieties, their fears, their expectations, their hopes, and all of that kind of like made one feel like you're not alone in the challenges or fears or the anxieties that you might be facing. But these are things that are faced by your fellow colleagues, and so from that perspective, it was a very important workshop. It was a very important platform. I learned quite a lot in terms of key takeaways. I think issues around internal and external advocacy strategies were very key, because sometimes you do things without actually knowing that there's a scientific term for them. That's one. But also even in the corridors when we were having group work, just talking about resource mobilization and some of the things that NGOs can do in order for them to be self-sustaining was something that I enjoyed very much, and I look forward to continued dialogues between my fellow EDs, but also just exchanging ideas and collaborating on implementing some of the projects, but also seeing the birth of the CSO NGO forum that we are all excited about, and we will do everything possible to ensure that that idea comes to fruition and we can see its fruits. Thank you.